Hello, cocktail lovers! I am Raslava, sommelier and wine educator, your guide on this journey through the worlds of wines, spirits and cocktails. In a recent video about gin, I promised to speak about gin and tonic, one of the oldest, simplest and most popular gin-based cocktails in the world. So, this video is all about gin and tonic. You can find the link to the gin video in the first comment. Douglas Adams, in his novel The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, the second book in the Hitchhiker Guides to the Galaxy series, describes the transgalactic nature of gin and tonic. 85% of all known worlds in the galaxy, be they primitive or highly advanced, have invented a drink called gin tonics, or gin-nax, or gin-nix, or any one of a thousand or more variations on the same phonetic theme. The drinks themselves are not the same and vary between the Sylvovian Ciantanus, which is ordinary water served at slightly above room temperature, and the Garcans Zin and Tonix, which kills cows at 100 paces. And in fact, the one common factor between all of them, beyond the fact that the names sound the same, is that they were all invented and named before the worlds concerned make context between any other worlds. While we lack scientific information on our world's gin and tonics, let me say what is the situation on our planet. Gin and tonic came into existence at the beginning of the 19th century due to the Malaria plasmodium and to the colonial expansion of the British Empire. This expansion on the Indian subcontinent was led by the East Indian Company under the Crown's command. India, like many other tropical regions, was rife with various diseases, and Europeans were particularly affected by malaria. At that time, quinine was the main treatment for this disease. A Scottish doctor, George Cleghorn, suggested that quinine could also be used for malaria prevention. Consequently, tonic water, which is a water solution of quinine, was used as an obligatory prophylactic remedy for the Presidency armies, the military forces of the East India Company. Unfortunately, tonic with a medical concentration of quinine was bitter and unpleasant in taste. This is where the officer's ration came to the rescue. Gin was very popular in England at the beginning of the 19th century. Following the invention of rectification column, London dry gin surged again. Gin was included in the ration of the officers of the Presidency armies. To make the tonic more palatable, officers began mixing it with gin, sugar and lime juice. So the cocktail was born. It quickly spread beyond the army and became a popular drink among Europeans in India and later around the world. Tonic for non-medical purpose contains less quinine, so it has a better taste, just a light pleasant bitterness. Later it was discovered that quinine in tonic water wasn't effective for malaria prevention, leading tonic to fully transition from medicine to a beverage enjoyed for its taste. Nowadays, many companies produce a number of types of tonic water. In some, especially in cheaper ones, artificial flavorings are used instead of quinine. I don't recommend this. There is a wide variability in sweetness, and sometimes sugar substitutes are used. Pay attention to choosing a tonic water that suits your taste. It is a half of a cocktail's flavor. The wrong choice can spoil it. I have here a Fever Tree Light with quinine and just a taste of sugar. I don't like needless sweetness in gin tonic. Another important choice is the gin. In the gin video, I discussed different types of gin and how to tell them apart. Today, I have special gin made in Buckingham Palace. The gin is crafted in small batches for royal occasions for botanical grown in the gardens of Buckingham Palace. The gin is just perfect. It has a strong, bright and very fresh aroma. That's it really. Choose your gin and choose your tonic. Then mix them in a glass with ice cubes in proportion according to your taste. Add a slice of lime or lemon. Lemon came into the world of gin and tonic much later than lime, but it has earned its place. The charm of gin and tonic lies in its simplicity, which fully reveals the flavors of its ingredients. However, people are rarely satisfied with simple solutions. So now you can find gin and tonic variations with orange, star anise, thyme, grapefruit, rosemary, cucumber, strawberry, basil, chili, various fruit juices, grenadine, tea, and much more. It is just a matter of personal taste. The name for cocktails is simply a recitation of its main ingredients with some variation. In English-speaking countries, it is often shortened to G&T. In Germany, Italy, France, Spain, Turkey, and Japan, gin tonic is used, and in Japanese, it's phonetically gin tonico. In Belgium and the Netherlands, the cocktails is called ginta, while in the Nordics, it is known as GT. However, I believe you will get your drink if you just say gin and tonic in a bar of any country. By the way, regarding to ready-to-use gin and tonic in tins, there is usually no actual gin and tonic in such drinks. Instead, they contain diluted ethanol with flavorings, and the taste reflects it. Now, let's make gin and tonic. Pour ice into glasses. Pour 1 part of London dry gin. Add 3 parts of tonic. Garnish with lime. This one for you, this one for me. Stay with me, subscribe to my channel. Feel free to ask questions and don't hesitate to support me. Cheers!